Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am continuing to work on my baseball cap. You can see since the last video how the pooling has made these nice stripes around the side. Really like the way that it is coming together. I only have one more row of half double crochets before I switch to single crochets. This is my own pattern, so I am currently kind of testing it, and this is my fourth one that I've done, and it's coming out really good. The pattern will be available, I think, sometime next month, which would be sometime in October. So it has to finish a round of testing, a public testing round, which has already started. So I'll get the results of that very soon. But until then, I'm just doing my own testing on it still. Also just because I want to wear it. So I am going to crochet around, and feel free to grab your own project and join me as I do some half double crochets. It's been super hot here lately. I was just outside of Palm Springs on the weekend, and it got up to 114 degrees Fahrenheit over there. So it was very, very hot. Great for being by the pool, being outside for short bursts at a time, but that heat will just really take it out of me. So I didn't get too much crochet done this weekend because I was recovering from some heat. But that's why I like to use my lunch break as an opportunity to kind of sneak in a little bit of extra crochet during the week. That way I don't feel like, oh, I have to do so much on the weekend to catch up and get to a part where, I want to be in a project. So that's why I like to use my lunch breaks like this to, be more productive, and instead of doom scrolling, I get out my phone and start recording my crochet. So it's a much better use of my phone. Only picked up one leg there. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes it feels like I'm just kind of throwing the hook randomly. Just like throwing it all around, even though I'm, following the stitch, construction properly. It's just like as I've gotten better, I've gotten faster, and so the movement of the hook is faster. So it's like I really just go onto autopilot and kind of just like zone out looking at it. Just like the motion, just, I don't know, something about it. My brain just like turns totally off. So wondering if any of you guys feel the same, but I like it. I think it's really cool. And who doesn't want to turn that brain off every so often? So that's one benefit of crochet. Almost the end of the round, which means I am almost done with doing half double crochets for this whole pattern, because next is just single crochet and slip stitches, and so there will be a couple more rounds on the main portion of the hat. Those will all be in single crochet. Everything up until this point has been half double. So everything switches to single crochet, and that is because I want to create a tighter section of the cap that's like right here, because it will kind of make the project a little bit smaller at that portion, and it'll help it hug your head a little bit more. So that's like a nice design element that I like to put in there. That, and at the very end of this, there will be a round of slip stitches, which will also like really tighten it up and make it fit on your head much better. So that is coming up in just a couple stitches. Right, so I reached the end of the round, and you can see I have a stitch marker here. So in my pattern, all you have to do is just move this stitch marker onto the loop, and that's how you go up to the next round. So from here on out, it is just single crochet all the way around. So I'll do a couple here, maybe the whole round. It's kind of hard switching from half double to single crochet, because in my mind I still want to wrap the hook before, but for single crochet you just insert right away. So it's like an entire motion that you're eliminating. So I'm like, I usually have to rewire my brain a little bit when I switch from half doubles to singles, because they're so similar except for that one feature of wrapping the yarn around the hook before inserting it for the half double crochet, and then not doing that for the single. So, but the benefit of the single crochet is they are much faster than the half double. So I can actually increase my speed on these stitches compared to the half doubles. But I am pretty interested to see how it's going to change the color pooling, because, you know, without that extra wrap around the hook, the yarn will stretch longer. So let's see how it affects the coloring of the hat. We'll see that probably in the next video. But yeah, this is coming along great. This is a great example right here. I'll show you this section in just 1 second. Okay, so what I was just talking about with the yarn changing because of the stitches changing, you can see here I have this like electric blue stripe that's been going around the whole way, kind of like connecting, even like right here, it like connects all the way around without getting broken up by the brown color. But you can see here on my row that I'm doing right now, where is it? Right here. Because I'm not doing the half double crochet stitches anymore, I am using less of the yarn. So there's actually more brown yarn there. So actually it's going to break up this electric blue section, which is very interesting. And it means that the pooling has changed now. So we won't be able to really see what it's going to pool like until I get there. But that's going to happen very soon. So I'll just finish this round, and then we'll be on my way. here you can really see the difference too. You can see that the blue has created like another stripe here, which is like right up against this brown, which normally it has not been doing that. So really interesting to see how the color work changes just by changing this stitch. We'll give it a totally different look for this section. So I think that that's really cool. Almost at the end of the round. All right, that is the last stitch. So, move the marker, and that is going to be it for right now on my lunch break. But here we go. There's the cap as it's coming along near. So I've got all the half double crochet stitches are done, and the first round of single crochet stitches are done. So now it's just a couple more rounds of single crochet, and then I can start working on the brim portion, which I think people will be pretty excited to see. That's like my favorite part, because that's what really transforms this hat from kind of like a goofy style hat to like an actual baseball style hat. So that's really cool to see. That's going to come up soon, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining me for a little outdoor crafting time, and make sure you come back and join me again.